Hello, good evening, this is Diecast Looney. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Vintage Matchbox Mondays, episode 45 of Vintage Matchbox Mondays. And this week, it's going to be a little bit different, as I've got a few cars that I've picked up, so we'll probably quickly look at them first. And then I've got something pretty cool to show. Actual fact, I think I'll show it now, and then I'll show what I'm going to do with it basically. So this is it. I know I'm going to get this on the screen, but you can't really see it properly, so I might have to pick the phone up in a bit. But it is the Matchbox Convoy truck stop. So there you go, that's the best way. I've not really got the room on here to film it all properly, but anyway, we'll look at that in a minute. So as I said in a previous video, I managed to go into my favourite vintage diecast shop, and when I was there picking up some more cars for this week's episode, I managed to get that vintage truck stop. It's not actually been, I've not bought it yet, I've just basically took it away to check it's all there, and to see how it is when it's set up, and if I decide that I like it and I want it and I'm going to have a use for it, then it's up to me, I can buy it. But and it's basically not going to be very expensive either. I think we're looking at probably about £25, which is not a lot. But anyway, we'll look at that in a minute. So let's look at the few pieces I picked up first. So the first piece I got, the loose this week and not boxed, is this Jeep. Not sure what year it is. Have a little look. Jeep Cherokee. But I got these for £1 a pop because they're not boxed, and I've got several of these in my collection. I'm sure it's Charles from Charles Diecast Garage. I'm sure he said not that long ago that he likes this casting. But like I said, I've got quite a few in my collection, and every time I see one I tend to pick it up. But anyway, like I said, for £1 it is in very nice condition, so pretty cool. And then we got this cool piece, again loose. It is the Mercedes-Benz, I believe it is the, yeah, there you go, Mercedes-Benz 4, is that 450 or 430, I can't tell. 450 SEL, 1979 copyright, and again £1, and it's in fantastic condition for £1 or £1. So that's the only pieces I picked up for this week's episode. But anyway, so as I mentioned again, I mentioned this before, so the shop that I go to get my vintage diecast, he's been quite poorly, the man. Unfortunately, he has cancer, but he is recovering. He's finished his treatment apparently, from what I can gather, from what he said. And he basically asked me if, when I've got spare time, because obviously I do work, but if I ever get any spare time, would I like to come into the shop and help him set up some of the places that he puts cars, because basically he just wants a hand. He mainly sells vintage tools, but he does sell diecast. Well, it's kind of a strange shop because it's basically all he sells is vintage diecast and vintage tools. So he said if I come in and give him a hand when I've got spare time, he will pay me in model cars. So I'm going to go in there tomorrow for a couple of hours and help him set up some of the displays where he keeps his different cars. I might take a video of me doing it, possibly showing some of this other stuff he's got in stock. But it's only a small little shop, but he's got some really cool pieces. But like I said, I'm going to get paid in diecast, so that'll be pretty cool. But anyway, let's take a look at this petrol station, or this truck stop. So let's just move on the side, and let me just get it a second. And unclip the camera and zoom out. So there it is, and I haven't had a quick look, and it looks like it's all there. But this came out in about 1983. And I've got most of the vehicles that are on there. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I'm going to make it. I'm going to have to do it outside, and then I'm going to try and put some of the vehicles on it, and we'll go from there. So just bear with me. So here I am, all back, and I was going to set it up outside, but it decided to rain. So obviously that was a no-go. So I currently film in my spare bedroom. This is my spare room. So basically I've laid it out on the bed. So we will try and get in a bit closer and show you some of the finer details. So basically, let's get a bit of extra zoom on. Doing it freehand, so I'm not used to it. So let's try it like that. So I've tried to match up as many of the cars as I can. So if we go back to the box, a bit of extra zoom, you can see I'm missing quite a few of the cars, but I have managed to get quite a few of them on there as well. But I'll show you what I've done so far. I've just realised I've actually got quite a few more of the cars. So if we look, you can see the Rolls Royce is in the gas part and getting fuel. You can see that truck there is in the picture. You can see that truck. It's got a different colour back, but it is the same truck. And then that truck's going across there. And then that car is there, just a different colour. That's a different variation. That car's on the ramp at the back is the same car, again just a different colour. That one there is in front of the wash. I believe that's that's not the wash, sorry, that's the garage. The wash is above. And then there is a Cortina on the ramp for the motor test, but again it's a different colour. And then there's a truck like that on that part. But I have got more cars. I think I've pretty much got every casting that's on the box, but not the same colour. Some of them are the same. I'm sorry for the really rubbishy camera work. I'm not used to. So there you go. You can see I've tried to match it up. There's a few cars. The cop car I have got, but it's in horrendous condition. I haven't got the Mark II Escort, but I've matched it up as best I could. It's not looking too bad. Everything functions as it should. Everything seems to be there. I've just got to decide whether or not I want it. But it is pretty cool. I don't know, they just seem to lift up. But it's not bad. This came out in 1983, so it's 40 odd year old. But let me know what you think. Should I buy it? Should I not buy it? Yeah, we put these other two cars in place for a bit of a laugh. Let's put that one there. Today's cars. But I know Tyrone from Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection has one of these himself, and he managed to find all the right cars, but then again he's got probably the biggest Matchbox collection I've ever heard of. But let me know in the comments what you think. Should I buy this? But anyway, with that, please like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more Vintage Matchbox Mondays, Wednesday nights, Movie Car Mania and Friday Night Customs. And with that, I'll see you all very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.